What's up, guys? Look at what I got. A new member. Yeah, y'all see it. Y'all see it. Anyways, guys, so I was bored thinking, at night, what could I possibly yap about today? The economical state of the world? No, I'm not Jaden Smith. I wanted to talk about being a foreigner in a high school. Now, this takes me back when I was in New York when I was 14. Now, there's going to be a lot of simping in this story. There's going to be a lot of things that you want to stick around, okay? So, my first day when I got to New York, the first thing that I got asked, okay, now I need you to picture this. I just came from Puerto Rico. The most English that I learned was from Family Guy,
You stupid n***.
The Simpsons, and I think there was some type of anime back, Dragon Ball. I was watching Dragon Ball, One Piece, and if you're really that guy, you know Yu Yu Hakusho, okay? Pow! Anyways, so that's where I learned English, and then my older brother taught me all of this. So when I got to New York, I said, bro, this is a piece of cake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna get this. So the first day in school, as I'm walking in, some guys recognize that, like, I'm not from there, yada, yada, yada. So they come up to me, and keep in mind, I got a Family Guy type of thinking. They ask me, yo, what do you bang? Okay, in Family Guy, when I would hear what do you bang, I'm not thinking, oh, what type of gang colors do you bang, gang? What type of, are you folks? Are you GGD? Are you BBBD? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, oh, they're asking if I like boys or girls. So I said, I only bang women. Women. Okay, so they started laughing. So I got a few people laughing at my jokes. I absolutely was dead serious, okay? My face was panned. I was like, yo, like, I'm not really, I'm not into dudes. Like, I really bang girls. Like, that's my thing. Even though at that point I had not banged a single girl, okay? So I was already lying. Anyways, so we get to our first class. Our first class was English. Now, as a foreigner, they always put you in what is called the ESL. Yes, you're basically damn near first grade English, okay? They're trying to teach you English again, and I was in there. So we started reading, and we was reading with the whole class. Then goes this one guy, okay, we're going Clayton. Clayton goes, he's like, they're listening to me read, right? Clearly I can't talk either, so I guess I need some more ESL. Anyways, we're sitting there, I'm reading, and I'm going like word for word and stuff like that, right? He makes fun of me. He goes like, this dude can't even read. Now here's the problem with Clayton. Apparently Clayton didn't know that he couldn't read either, because the person that the teacher chose right next was Clayton. And when I tell you this man was reading that book like this, he was like, I swear to God, he was like, the word. And then I said, so now before y'all get mad at this, okay, this was the slang that was being used back then, okay, I don't condone it now. So I said, because I heard it from one of the kids at that time, I was like, yo, this a birch. Now, if you don't know what a birch is, it's basically a person who is on the spectrum. So I called him basically a person on the spectrum. Everybody laughed, okay? This guy felt embarrassed. I mean, it was horrible. I mean, the whole school was laughing at it. I thought I was gonna get my ass kicked. I've seen this movie so many times. I thought it was Chris Tucker, let alone, that wasn't me. I was gonna end up like a guy in Friday, okay? I was gonna hear somebody waking me up to, you got knocked the out. So anyways, we got cool. Then it was the first time I got introduced to basketball. See, where I come from, we don't play basketball like that. It started getting popular way after. I think when I went back when I was like 16, that's when I really started playing basketball in Puerto Rico. But before then, basketball wasn't really like something we did as much. We usually would do like baseball, stuff like that, running, the typical stuff. So anyways, we start playing basketball, and you know what I'm saying, Clayton's out there. Now Clayton, I need you to understand, he's 6'3", we're only 14, okay? I don't know what hormones he was drinking, what cow he was milking, but it was clearly working for him, okay? I needed the recipe. So anyways, we're playing out there, and I guess he felt embarrassed because his girlfriend was in the class, and she was laughing too at the joke that I made. So when I went up for a layup, okay, now I need you to picture this, okay? This is Clayton, okay? This little tiny thing you see here, this is me, okay? This is me. So I go for a layup. All I see is damn near the hand of God about to smack the ball. When I tell you this man palmed the basketball, and that went straight down. I felt like it was Attack on Titan, that scene when they're riding the horses and then the dudes see like the damn boulders coming towards them. That's exactly how I felt, bro. Bro, I got blocked so bad I went down. I think I almost messed up my ankle. I stopped playing basketball with him after that. I told Clay and you got it, gang. You know, we good, okay? So, another experience is when you're a foreigner, you know, the girls actually surprisingly, you know, if you're good looking, like, oh shit. No shit. Anyways, you know, if you're a good looking guy or, you know, you speak a little Spanish, girls go crazy for it. So, boom, we was in I think we was in French. Okay, I was trying to learn French. Omelette fromage. That's probably not even French. It's probably Italian. Anyways, there was this girl in that class. Okay, we're gonna name her Maria. Let's call her Maria. So, hey guys, I just want to say like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, don't look at my nails. Yeah, you see it. I'm cool. Yeah, guys, just like, comment, and subscribe. Back to the video. Maria basically used to sit with me, and then I had a best friend at the time. We're gonna call her Quaisha. So me and Quaisha was cool because she was the first girl that I met when I got there. So Maria was basically talking to one of her best friends, and you know, Quaisha used to be around her all the time. So Quaisha one day basically texted me and told me, yo, I think Maria really likes you. I think you should like talk to her, yada yada yada. So like we in French, and like, you know, I'm like joking with Maria, you know, blah 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 blah. So a week or two later, right, she decides to tell me, hey, like, I want to talk to you in recess. You know, I just want us to have a conversation. So boom, we get to recess, right? Now I know what you're thinking. You think your boy gonna catch the deal. You know what I'm saying? You think your boy got this. Yes, I did. Yeah, y'all thought y'all was gonna hate, huh? Yeah, y'all seen the other stories, thought that I wasn't gonna win this one. Anyways, that's not even close to the story. But basically, she asked me out. I told her, yeah, of course, you know. She was pretty, she's Puerto Rican, cool, you know. It's fun. Now, here were the little details about Maria that I did not know when nobody mentioned it to me. Okay, she was crazy. Okay, she was crazy. All right. So I remember the first time that we actually had our kiss, it was actually, I think it was like 3 days after in recess. There was this guy that we're gonna call him Timmy. Now, Timmy was another, you know, white Puerto Rican dude who was around. He banged something. I don't know what he banged, but he banged more than women, I'll tell you that much. So me and Timmy were cool, or at least I thought we was cool. And he was cool with Maria. So cool, whatever. So me and Maria, I guess, we basically got, when we got to our first kiss, it was the first time I ever got to kiss a girl, okay? So as I'm inching close to her, now I did the most disgusting thing you could ever see a person do. I get close, my lips lock to hers. Bro, I gave her the wettest kiss I've ever done in my life, okay? It was disgusting. I know she was disgusted by it. It was just gross all around, okay? There were dudes like staring at me from the side. I'm over here like, yeah, you like that? You like that? And she's like, uh-huh. And I should have known right there. I should have known right there, guys. It was over for me. But no, my dumbass is like, no. She's still feeling me. So then that night, we still are like texting. But then I noticed that she's like dry texting me, okay? She's not texting me a lot. Yada, yada, yada. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, maybe she's just tired, whatever. I said, well, good night. I'll talk to you later. Next day, it was like the final episode of Attack on Titan. Beautiful in a way, but devastating at the same time. So basically, she says, hey, I need to talk to you after recess. You know, I'm happy. I'm like, yo, I said, first girl, baby, she totally, you know, I said, she totally wants to talk to me. You know, I said, maybe I get to see the deal. That's what I was thinking, you know. So we basically get out on recess, and she says, hey, I just don't think this is working out. I just think that, you know, I thought you were going to be different, and it's just not working for me. Man, I was crushed, man. I put my head down. You know the first song that I played when I got home? Marvin's Room. Yep, Drake's Marvin's Room. That's exactly what I played. I put lyrics on my Facebook. It was back when, that's how old I am. This is back when Facebook was like the peak MySpace, okay? And so basically to you young kids, it's like what TikTok is to you or Instagram nowadays, okay? Anyways, putting lyrics of Drake. I was putting lyrics of Aventura, Romeo, Prince Royce. You know what I'm saying? I was hurt, man. I was hurt. It was my first heartbreak. And then we basically a few days later, I kind of find out, you know, because of my friend Quaisha, she calls me. So she's like, hey, I heard what happened between you and Maria. I just want to say, like, did you ever like her? Like, was there a situation? Was there a problem? I told her, nah, like, you know, like, it's not that I didn't like her, you know, it's, you know, like, I did, but, like, you know, I'm trying to play it cool. She tells me, well, Maria said that she was just trying to have fun with you. And I said, what the? Why ain't you tell me none of this? But anyways, that's basically what she has said. But then she has also told Quaysha that I was like her third crush. So she had 2 other guys. Now, I want y'all to think back to who was the guy that I said he was banging other things other than girls. That's right, Timmy. So I couldn't find out that Timmy, a few days before she broke up with me, there's this little grocery store, okay? There's a grocery store in the corner, okay? You call them, I think they call them bodegas. If you know a bodega, you know what I'm talking about. They got the chopped cheese, you know what I'm saying? They got the bacon, egg, and cheese. Bacon, egg, and cheese, cheese, cheese. Anyways, they got that. So apparently the way the story goes, and it was confirmed by the guy in the bodega, sadly. I don't know why he would have this information or not stop it. But basically, her and Timmy went to the back, to the freezer. So like there's a little place that you go through where the bathroom is, and there's a door that you come out, and then there's like a freezer right there. So apparently they was doing the nasty back there, okay? A lot. In those 3 days that, you know, before she broke up with me, I basically got cheated on with a guy named Timmy. Yes, not Timmy Turner, not Timmy Do It, not Timmy Design. Timmy, okay? Timmy! And that broke my heart, you know what I'm saying? Then I come to find out, not only did she mess around with Timmy, she also messed around with the bodega guy who was 30 years old. Hey man, I'm not reporting to the cops, I'm just saying that's what happened. She also did it with him in the freezer, so I guess she was used to going to freezer. I don't know what it is with freezers and her, but that was her thing. She would go to freezers, and whoever it was, it's on site, okay? That's just what it was, okay? I don't know what personal problems she had going on. That's none of my business. But that was one of the worst experiences about being a foreign student. I think the worst one after that has to be, I was walking to go pick up my little brother. Now, my house to my little brother's middle school was about 3 to 5 minutes, okay? Simple walk, easy, normal, typical day in New York, you know what I'm saying? So the bodega, which by the way, I should just stay away from this bodega at all times. Now I think about it, everything bad that has ever happened in New York, that bodega was there. I think the bodega was cursed. I think it was, okay? Great chopped cheese, but I think the bodegas was cursed. So there was a guy over there in the bodega as I'm walking. So I'm walking with my BlackBerry, I'm listening to my music. You know, as a guy who grew up in Puerto Rico, you can tell when danger is approaching or something's like out of whack. So I see the guy coming towards, like he's about to cross the street, but he's looking at me the whole time. All right, so then I just keep walking, you know what I'm saying? Because you mind your own business. You don't want to be in this situation where you don't know what might happen. So I just keep walking. And then I see him, like, I'm walking, right? So this is me. This is him, okay? So he's all the way over here. I'm all the way right here, right? So I'm walking. I just see this man, like, curve, throw himself on my side. Homie pulls out the little knife like he was Chucky on some, hey yo B, I need that. I said, yo, well hold on, what you need? Okay, I'm scared now because he's not saying what he need. I seen this play out many times in jail. I noticed that there's no soap being done. I'm like, yo, what does this guy need? Because either he finna have to kill me and then do what he need to do, or he finna have to take something else. But it ain't happening like this. This is not how I'm losing my virginity. So the dude basically he had the thing like right on my rib, like no joke. And he goes like, yo, I think they used to call it BBs or some shit like that. And it was the BlackBerry. I didn't know that because I'm just listening to music. So I take out my headphones and he goes, he's like serious. And now I'm like, oh damn. I mean, I don't know, bro. I just said I don't know because I was scared, bro. And the dude goes like, he starts laughing, bro. He starts laughing. He threw his head back like you know them rich guys. Ho 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 ho. Bro, he's like laughing. And he goes like, nah, man, I'm joking with you, man. Look at you. You was scared, weren't you? Nah, man, go ahead, man. Go ahead. You enjoy your day. I'm like, bro, you could have just killed me, bro. And you over here telling me, oh, it's cool, it's fun, it's whatever. Just a regular day in New York, you know? Tell me how this guy ended up being one of my greatest friends over there, bro. He would basically, anybody who would try to bully me or do anything to me, he always say, yo, you stay away from that kid or it's problems, bro. So this guy went from trying to assault me and rob me to being one of the guys that was protecting me. It was insane. I don't know how to explain it. That's what happened, okay? It wasn't anything that I did. I don't know, you know? But basically, that's all the stories that I have as a foreigner in New York. There's other bonuses that I'll say probably later. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And hype the video up. It helps out the video a lot. Anyways, I got more stuff that I need to go cover. It's been your boy Be Easy, and I'm out. Peace.